So I got one more thing. I got a question for you, Georgia, and this is a fun question. Are you a music person?
As in, do I play music or do I listen to music?
Well, either or. You can answer that question however you want. Do you play music? Do you like music? Are you a music enthusiast? Are you anti-music?
I'm definitely not anti-music, and I don't play any music. I'm really into Brandy Carlisle right now, and I actually had tickets to go see her at the Gorge this year, which didn't happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was a camping trip, but hopefully next year I'll be able to go see her. But why do you ask?
Was it for that festival that they do at the Gorge every year? They do a big festival in May. You're going to have to help me out with what it's called because I forget. But what's that big festival they do every May at the Gorge?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but it wasn't a festival.
Georgia,
I know.
come on. Come on. You live there. I used to live out there, but it's over 10 years ago. I feel like I have an excuse. I don't know what your excuse is. What's that? It's that big festival. Well, whatever. It's not important.
I could probably Google it real quick. But, it was her and Sheryl Crow. I'm not the biggest fan of Sheryl Crow. I was going for Brandy Carlisle, but so it wasn't part of a festival. It was just those two. But I think it was an overnight trip. I had a camping spot and everything, so I was really, really excited about it. And I was going to go with the communications director for Whole Washington, Jen Nye, and we were going to collect signatures there for universal health care. But we had to postpone our campaign because they're canceling all those big events where we would collect signatures. So it's been, like you said, 2020. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, especially when you think about live performances, it just, I mean, obviously as a stand-up, it breaks my heart to not be able to tour. We canceled an entire year's worth of tour dates. We will be back. Hopefully 2021, we'll be able to tour again and we will be there. We will make up every single city we were supposed to be in. But in the meantime, it hurts. It really hurts. And I think live music is the first thing I want to do when it's all over. But here's why I ask you. I'm getting a little echo. I'm getting a little echo. Let me see if folks are hearing it. Folks, are you hearing that echo? Is that just me? Or is it here? Now it went away a bit. All right. I think it went away. All right. We'll just keep an eye on it. But here's why I asked you if you are a music person. So there's a bill out that I've been covering a lot on this show called Save Our Stages. And what it is it's policy meant for independent venues. And there are two coinciding bills. Now, it's not perfect legislation because some of it is just direct relief that's meant for venues. Some of it's in the form of loans. They are low interest loans, but it kind of sucks because they'll have to pay it back instead of just getting grants, which a lot of it is grants as well. But the thing is it's still overall a good thing because for a lot of venues, they're like, look, this is the difference between whether or not we have the lights on next year. And we'd rather have a loan hanging over our heads that we can deal with than not be open. Because we love what we do, which I get it. So I've been very supportive of Save Our Stages, still am. And here's an initiative that Edwin brought to my attention. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Edwin. The band involved is a band that I'm a personal fan of called Japandroids. Now this says SaveOurFuckingStages.com, which I get it. Sometimes the expletive is necessary, and in this case, I'm for it. SaveOurFuckingStages.com. So here's what you do. The band is Japandroids, which is a wonderful power duo out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Have you ever heard of Japandroids, Georgia? You got to check them out.
Okay, I will.
Will you check out Japandroids? And I'll send you some tracks. And
I'll remember that domain name. It's pretty easy to remember.
It's easy to remember, which I like. SaveOurFuckingStages.com. But check out. Do you like what's a good way to describe them? Like kind of like high energy, heartlandy rock and roll, but with like a punk tinge. Is that up your alley? Would that
totally.
Okay, you might like Japandroids then. And it's a duo. It's just a drummer and a guitarist, which I guess that picture didn't give you a clue at all. You needed me to tell you that. He's like, yeah, Ron, I see a picture of two people. One has a guitar, one has drums. But thanks for unpacking that. That was very helpful. But so here's their thing. If you upload a photo of Japandroids, and I don't know if it needs to be a picture that you took, like I'm not sure, but you upload a picture of them and you get to pick the venue. So here's a bunch of venues they played. You pick
I
the
think
venue.
I saw Spokane.
I think I did too. Here, let's A Club. Have you ever been to A Club?
Maybe. So I will.
Do you
tell
live in
I,
Spokane? Are you making all this up? Do you?
Well, I live
You're not even in
outside-
Washington, are you? You're like, Ron, I live in Iowa.
No,
It's a prank.
I have to explain. So we just moved here November of last year. So we've been here for a year. And right after we moved, COVID hit. So we haven't really been able to explore much of Spokane, which is really, really unfortunate because there's so many great venues, restaurants. Yeah, so that's the reason why I don't really actually know. We don't go to Spokane much just because it's been such an outbreak of COVID-19 in that area. So that's my excuse.
Where are you from? Are you a original Washington State person or no?
No, I lived south of Seattle for 6 years before moving to 9 Mile Falls, but before that, southwestern United States. So New Mexico and Colorado is really where I'm from.
So you just go to all the places that legalize pot first. You're just like that's where the cannabis follows me, really.
You know, it's really, really funny. That's so true. But I don't smoke pot. So
right on.
I'm more of a beer drinker. But it is funny. I did notice that that both of the states that I lived in were the first to legalize marijuana. So
both those places got good beer. Well, actually, Colorado, I'm not familiar with like the micro brew scene out there, but I know that the Northwest, they make some amazing beer. I mean, I remember that from when I lived up there, and just, especially like Portland these days and stuff like that. It's a big thing up there. Keeps you warm during the wet winters.
Yes, exactly.
But so you go to saveourfuckingstages.com. You can upload a photo. Now, I don't know if it needs to be an individual photo that you took, because the last time I saw Japandroids live was a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure I had a different phone back then even. So I don't know if I have any photos that I took. I would have to ask my wife, who this is how long ago it was. She wasn't my wife back. She was my girlfriend at the time. In fact, it was my first gift. It was the first gift that my now wife, then girlfriend, ever got me was for Valentine's Day. The first year we were dating, she got me Japandroids tickets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she didn't know who they were, but she's like, I know you like this band, and I got you tickets.
That's awesome. What a great gift.
Yeah, it was awesome. And she went to the show with me, and I'm pretty sure she enjoyed it. I mean, they're a fun band. It's they're easy to dig. But anyway, so here's the thing. You go there, you upload a photo. I'm not sure if it had to be your photo. I think it probably doesn't have to be. And then when you do that, you make a donation, and the donation is going to be matched up to a certain point. They'll donate. The donation won't be matched. What they do, Anti Records, which is the record label Japandroid is on, which is connected to Epitaph Records. They don't match the donation. I misspoke there. But what they will do is they will donate to $1 for every image uploaded. And I guess this is whether you donate or not. So you can donate something if you want, if you're able to. If you're not, you can still just upload a photo, and Anti will donate $1 for every image uploaded, which is pretty freaking cool. That's pretty cool, I think.
And that goes to benefit or to get attention to that bill that you were talking about?
Get attention to the bill. Save Our Stages, they've built an entire organization around it, and it's connected to these guys, the National Independent Venue Association. And they're trying to kind of rally and get resources together to help venues through this. Because, look, here's the thing. Live venues, they were the first thing to close. They will be the last thing to reopen. So, and I know that even just with the tour that we had booked this year, I know for a fact at least 2 of the venues have already closed permanently. The venue we were going to play in Boston, the venue we were going to play in Seattle. They have both already closed permanently. And unfortunately, I doubt they'll be the only 2. So it's rough. And it really, It's just sad. I mean, what else can you say about it? It's just really freaking sad. If you love live performance, if it's something that's special to you, or if it's part of your life. I mean, for me, it's like, this is the first year in about a decade I haven't been on the road. And so it's just really tough. So go to saveourfuckingstages.com, folks. And don't forget that URL. Tweet me if you forget. I'll remind you.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and